social media platforms actually have almost the same power the way governments and states have. If I look back 12 years ago, there was a clear divide around who has access to rights in the online space and who hasn't. And now we see that that divide has bridged, not in a positive manner, but in a negative manner, and that means that even people in the global north, democracies that we have always idealized in our part of the world, are also not really respecting digital rights of people, but also journalists and news media organizations. And I think who people who have power to give these rights haven't really made right decisions and right choices. They always played catch up when it comes to the governments. A lot of focus have always been on the governments and states, and I think one thing that journalists and media outlets ignored, the power of social media platforms and these companies. And now that we see these companies, social media platforms actually have almost the same power the way governments and states have, in not really in terms of making regulations or upholding rights, but actually occupying this space of information and having a power over this space in terms of whether like they can clean this space or they can make a mess out of it. And we have seen that profit has always been the center of social media platforms. There hasn't been much of an effort on the part of powerful people or people in the powerful corridors to listen to us carefully and effectively in terms of what we can learn from these authoritarian regimes, what we can learn from these stakeholders and actors and journalists and actives who have been surviving these authoritarian regimes. And now we have come to the point where we have almost authoritarian regimes everywhere around the world in many different shapes and forms. And I think that's where I feel that people in the power really didn't listen to the Global South folks who have been raising an alarm around the harms that they have been facing, around the lessons learned they had in terms of dealing with authoritarian regimes, around the lessons learned how social media platforms have been behaving in their contexts and regions. And I think still we have time to learn from them and then survive this storm that we are facing at the moment. I don't think that it's a missed opportunity. I think still we have an opportunity, keeping in mind what Digital Services Act offers us. Also, in this geopolitics where the world order, I believe, is changing, it's definitely there's so many crises going on, but these crises also present a lot of opportunities to us to do things in a more better way and learn from our past experiences.